Nintendo always decides to do this. It always happens. And this time, I think it's gone a little too far. Let me explain it to you. As of recently, there was a new Smash Brothers tournament coming around. It was called the Big House. It's a rather big tournament. It's rather huge. It's called the Big House. It's one of the biggest tournaments in the United States. It's based in Michigan, and it was going to have an event coming up soon. It was an online event. Now, this tournament was going to run on one new feature. It's called Slippy, and it's a way to play Super Smash Bros. Melee online. Now, they were also going to do some Smash Bros. Ultimate online, run with the, good old Nintendo online service. However, Nintendo decided to drop a ban hammer on the tournament. It was yesterday when, unfortunately, the news had dropped that Nintendo had sent a cease and desist to the tournament organizers at the Big House. Now, this is huge. This is big, because I really think Nintendo is a bitter, jealous asshole. Let me talk about that. Now, let's talk about Nintendo, okay? Nintendo has not really had a good track record with creating a decent online gaming system. It's never been good. Ever since the Wii, it was never, ever up to the standards that a lot of other gaming companies out there, your PlayStations, your PC gamers, and your Xbox 360 players. It wasn't really that good. Even when the PlayStation 3 had come around and, they had free online PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus was still good. It was decent. And then they put up the $60 price tag, and that was like, yeah, now we're at where we're at now. However, Nintendo charges you $20 a month for online, which it gives you a good amount. It gives you the SNES and NES things. You can play your NES games and SNES games on your Switch when you're connected to the internet. I think you can also download them. I don't know. But you also get a rather shoddy online service. It works good with some games. It works good with Splatoon. But Smash Brothers, it doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite work the same. No rollback netcode, all that stuff. It's kind of a mixed bag. But here comes Super Smash Bros. Melee, creating a third-party online option for players that want to play Melee online during this pandemic. So that's what happened. They went to work and they created this really awesome service that you don't even have to pay for. And tournaments everywhere are using it. It's top of the line. It works perfectly. Only a smidge of problems here or there, but it's the best version of Smash Bros. Melee online that we've ever had at that point in time. And we were going to use it for tournaments. Now, as a tournament person, as somebody who's seen the competitive scene for 5 or 6 years, online has always been a point of contention for some people. Should we do online tournaments? Should we not? This pandemic has been a rather has been a experiment, as it would say, due to nobody being able to go to events. After events, people get sick. It's not all that, uncommon for people to get sick after going to a huge event like a convention or a tournament or like any event that has hundreds of thousands of people or like thousands of people. So this year, because COVID hit, they decided, hey, let's just do online tournaments. We have the technology. Let's just do it. And then this ban hammer comes around. This is the first big ban hammer we've had since EVO, I think it was 2013. Now it's huge. Now Nintendo eventually reversed their decision, but I think this time Nintendo took it a little too far. I think Nintendo had decided, this time, you're running our game on a third party online system, and we think it's dumb, and it's like it's dumb. It's a dumb decision, and we were running tournaments online for a few months until this happened. It's stupid. And a lot of people truly don't understand the gravity of the situation, because not only is Super Smash Bros. Melee going to suffer from it, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is also going to suffer from it. And it's sad. It's just sad to see that Nintendo, after all these years of actually supporting the community, they've actually decided, hey, maybe we should actually support our competitive audience and also, sponsor them. They've finally decided to accept it after all these years of rejecting it. Because Super Smash Bros. Melee was supposed to be the last game in the franchise. There was only supposed to be 2. The community itself, the competitive community, forced Sakurai's hand to make another game that was casual. And the people that played the game casually and the people that played the game competitively didn't like it. Not just that. It was a rather step down from the rest of the series. And a true sequel was going to be in the works. And Smash 4 came around. Everybody was excited for Smash 4. Don't ever talk to me about that game ever again. I do not like it. And there are many reasons why I don't. Online is definitely one of those big reasons. However, Nintendo this time completely doing a 180 and sending a cease and desist to a tournament kind of just scares me, because now Nintendo might really just do this from now on. We might have to go back to the underground scene that we used to have, that the community used to have. It's another dark chapter, but one of the darkest chapters in Super Smash Bros. Competitive history is the idea that, MLG ran Super Smash Bros. Melee tournaments. They put it on the pro circuit. They had it was huge. It was ginormous. Huge amounts of cash prizes. And then Nintendo had decided, you can't do that. You just can't. They took it off the pro circuit. The money was gradually decreased, and it feels like after all this time, Nintendo has had an on or off relationship with the Smash Brothers community, because it's not a game they intended to be competitive. And I understand that. I understand that concept. But there are select people that think that truly believe that there's an industry here. And that's really all I think about. When I see something that can be taken and can be used as a sport, I could see it being an esport. I think people will like the game too, but it's also a financial opportunity. Nintendo could have done something better with this situation. They could have, instead of, cease and desist on this tournament, they could have decided, hey, they could have helped the developers out with the new online service that the community had created and been like, hey, we see that you've made an online Super Smash Bros. Melee version. You could play it online, but we want your help to do it. We want your help to make our online better. And it's something that Nintendo has not learned. Nintendo has never, ever never, ever had a good track record with fan projects. You look at AM2R, which is one of the greatest Metroid remakes of all time, and you talk about and you see Nintendo's reaction to it. And then a year later, they release Samus Returns, which, yes, they were planning for that for the very beginning. But my genuine disbelief was the idea that Nintendo just decided, hey, no, you can't release this. This is stupid, and there's no reason why. But I think Nintendo needs to learn how to really connect with their people, their audience, because their audience at the end of the day are their consumers. We buy their products. And Nintendo blatantly just shoving aside anything that might be profitable is a very selfish and weird decision, because Slippy, and the online service that the community created from scratch, from a financial standpoint, Nintendo could have made so much money. They could have made so much money off of it. And AM2R, they could have thrown that on the Nintendo eShop during the 3DS days, and then boom, instant seller. It would have worked. Pokemon Uranium, that's another story, but it's a Pokemon game. Pokemon has to have Game Freak stuff. But Nintendo has had a very big track record, and with this whole idea of DMCAs and cease and desists and all of these, shut it down, we don't want anything to do with it, we want you to stop doing this forever. And I think this time the community itself, the Nintendo community, needs to understand that we need to tell them that this is important. This is more important than anything, okay? Because what they do to their consumers, what they do to their fans, is honestly disgraceful. They push aside people. They push aside their fan base so often. And they've pushed me aside so many times. They didn't release a Metroid game for 8 years. They didn't release an actual Metroid game. They didn't make good online for Smash Brothers. They made 2 Smash Brothers games that I personally didn't like. And it's ridiculous. And it's happening with Hollywood too, and I don't want to go into that. It's a different subject. I will talk about that another time. And this video is getting a little long, but I just wanted to say, in conclusion, the idea that this is just the track record. This has just been the track record for so many years, and Nintendo really needs to work on it. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me about something in the comments. Comment if you agree, comment if you disagree. My ramblings here were a little crazy, but I just wanted to upload this video. It's not going to be a very edited video. I'm working on it, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on this. I think it's stupid, and this has been me, Nate, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.